and gentlemen, good evening and thank you for tuning in to Canal Algérie's Nightly News. Here are tonight's top stories. On the International Day for Mine Awareness, Algeria reiterates its commitment to clear the areas contaminated with landmines during the colonial period, hailing the PNA's role in this operation. Great interest is attached to our nationals at the level of Alicante Consulate, where the requests are taken in charge in a record time. And a solidarity move is marking the last 10 days of Ramadan in Marseille, thanks to the concerted efforts of our community there. Welcome back. We begin with tonight's main story, where the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the National Community Abroad, Ahmed Attaf, held a phone call with the Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs and Expatriates of Palestine, Mohammed Mustafa. On this occasion, Minister Attaf displayed his eagerness to work closely with him for the benefit of the Palestinian cause in order to achieve its national project. This phone call is in the context of implementing what was agreed upon between Presidents Abdelmajid Tebboune and Mahmoud Abbas. To another activity of the foreign minister in this regard, who received on Thursday at the premises of the ministry members of the Algerian citizens' families who are in Gaza Strip in the occupied Palestinian territories. This meeting enabled the discussions on the efforts deployed by the Algerian authorities to overcome the obstacles and difficulties hindering the evacuation process of Algerian nationals stranded in Gaza Strip. Algeria's permanent representative to Geneva, Rachid Bledhan, underlined during the 55th session of the Human Rights Council Algeria's concern regarding the double standard policy within the Council, which did not shoulder its responsibilities and implement credible measures to put an end to the genocide, and did not react as well to the flagrant violations committed by the Zionist occupation. Algeria spares no opportunity to express loudly and clearly its support to the Palestinian people undergoing ethnic cleansing. This time, the Algerian Red Crescent received a donation for Eid al-Fitr outfits for the children of Gaza. The operation was supervised by the Minister of Trade in coordination with the General Union of Merchants and Craftsmen. This also includes the distribution of children's outfits for orphans across the national territory. No let-out of the Zionist atrocities in the horizon, despite the latest UN resolution, as it targeted the city of Rafah, causing the death of no less than 8 Palestinian civilians, in addition to 62 deaths and dozens wounded caused by 6 other massacres carried out by the occupier. The latest tonight with Wissam Abu Zaid on the spot and desk reporter Minisa Kevesh.
As shown by our correspondent Wissam Abu Zaid, this is the location considered by the Zionist entity as a place able to shelter over 1 million Palestinians. As seen through this footage, the location is indeed full of makeshift tents that shelter displaced Palestinians from Rafah or Khan Yunis faced with unbearable living conditions. We can qualify it as survival mode. Batteries are charged with solar energy, open to use communication means.
How long is the situation going to last? We miss drinking water, eating food. Our kids are sick and hungry. They don't have anything.
These are Zionist ships that strike day and night, causing the death of numerous Palestinians.
We can't fall asleep at night. Tents are on fire due to the ship attacks and that of airplanes targeting the city of Hamad.
Those taking shelter here came from all over the occupied territories, notably from Rafah, Khan Yunis, and Gaza, trying to escape the threats of the Zionist entity.
The living conditions here are very hard. We clean and wash with salt water. Children are getting ill.
Their only wish is to survive the attacks, go back home, even if it meant living among the rebel.
Algeria celebrated the International Day for Mine Awareness with a firm determination to honor its commitments related to cleaning all areas contaminated with landmines going back to the colonial period in line with the Ottawa Convention. The key role of the People's National Army was commandant since its units have been engaged in a large-scale operation since independence, particularly in the border areas heavily contaminated by the French colonial army to curb the National Liberation Revolution. A window now devoted to our national community abroad and precisely our consulate in Alicante, where the administrative procedures have been eased to better serve the Algerians living there. Ines Killu.
It was in less than 24 hours that Ahmed was able to pick up his emergency passport from the Algerian consulate in Alicante. These high-quality services ensure that Algerians are taken in charge in record time. I came to the Algerian consulate to pick up my passport. It was very quick and I didn't face any problems. The Algerian consulate in Alicante offers several services to meet the diverse needs of our Algerian nationals, in particular the passport, the pass and consular registration service, which ensures deals in an efficient way with the official documents. This office handles birth, marriage and death certificates. Finally, there is the visa service, which facilitates the administrative procedures related to traveling and staying in Algeria.
The
majority of visas issued in Algeria are for family and business purposes, but there have recently been many requests for tourist visas for companies and businesses based in Algeria. For his part, the Council reaffirmed his department's commitment to be at the disposal of the Algerian community in the city.
Le consulat a 4 services importants.
The consulate has 4 important departments: the public department in charge of registration and biometrics of citizens throughout the district, the legal department and the civil affairs department, and of course the administrative and financial and management service. The consulate's main role is to take care of the Algerian nationals abroad, firstly their protection, and secondly to provide them with all the documents they need to deal with their situation in the host country.
The daily efforts of this diplomatic representation demonstrate a constant desire to improve and facilitate all administrative procedures for the national community established in this Iberian country.
In the French city of Marseille, on the occasion of the blessed month of Ramadan, associations are getting together thanks to volunteers to organize meals to the benefit of those in need. Misa Kabash depicts for us these uplifting initiatives.
During this blessed month of Ramadan, humanitarian actions are multiplied by organizations and associations for the benefit of families in need and students.
Every day we come to pick up fruits and vegetables, sometimes meat as well. Drinks, including those made in Algeria, in addition to other goods highly consumed during this blessed month.
De prendre le plus, et M. Benkadour aussi, son grossiste est beaucoup Made in Algeria. Dans le cadre de son association,
I am always present with Alia to help her with the association, notably in terms of hygiene.
3 ans.
C'est vrai qu'on vient en aide à l'association. Donc, dès qu'on a des,
It is true that we mostly buy Algerian products so as to bring help to the association.
Once the donations are gathered, they are conveyed to volunteers to prepare traditional meals and distribute them soon before the iftar to those in need.
Vous êtes au Calendal. On nous a prêté ces locaux.
They've reserved for us this space during the entire month of Ramadan. As you can see, I have volunteers who came to help cook for those in need, including students who are far from their families, which is why we try to compensate with what we can to make them forget loneliness during this blessed month of Ramadan. As for the bags we prepare, they involve bread, dates, water, fruits, the shorba or soup, and another dish.
À la fin du
du Ramadan. On va aussi faire une fête.
We are here to help and prepare meals during Ramadan. After Eid, we intend to organize a party to gather Muslims and even distribute gifts, knowing that last year we distributed 400 toys to children. Few minutes before the fast breaking, an entire organization is established to prepare meals and distribute them.
We come to this association because they take good care of us and give us food every day. I take food from here every day. God bless them. They take good care of us from the beginning of Ramadan.
يعني ما شاء الله حتى الاستقبال يعني يستقبلوا بنا.
Salam alaikum. Alors moi je viens souvent ici.
I am a young student. I come here to take food because I don't have enough money, so it helps me save some. During this blessed month of Ramadan, not only food is shared, but other lofty values, that of solidarity and generosity, perfectly embodied by our community settled abroad, still attached to our ancestral traditions and our authentic Muslim practices.
Back home, we're taking you now to the east of the country, where a collective iftar was organized at the University of Bijaya. Foreign students were in the limelight, with at least 22 countries represented at the event, highlighting the values of solidarity and fraternity among Algerians, according to this report of our own Ines Kirlo.
5 minutes before iftar or fast breaking, these students, most of them foreigners, are getting ready to break their fasting, a way to nourish solidarity bonds, marking the Algerian society.
This story brings us all together around the same table. Algeria's position towards Palestinians is very commendable.
Here, everything is done to help these students rediscover the family atmosphere.
This initiative allows us to forget daily pressure of studies and reminds us of our families.
Thanks to this initiative, we are consolidating the links between Algerian and foreign students, particularly Palestinians. Students from 22 countries, including Palestine, are here with us. This initiative offers them a family atmosphere. Algeria is known for its remarkable hospitality, symbolizing solidarity during this blessed month, during which brings nationals and foreigners around one table in an atmosphere of synergy, brotherhood and piety.
Sports now, the big game between CR Belouizdad and US Stif as part of the 22nd week of the National Football Championship held at the 5th of July Olympic Stadium here in Algiers. The game ended in favor of CRB with 2 goals to 1.
يضع شباب بلوزداد في المقدمة فريق المضيف مع انطلاقة من هناك لعبد الرحمن مزيان يدور بالكرة الأرضية الهدف الثاني قاتلان لدفاع وفاق سطيف. لاحظوا الإعادة لم يكن متسللا إسلام بالخير والمدافعين بالكرة.
The end. Thank you to our technicians and journalists, and thank you for watching. Take care and تحت حالكم.